think it's messing with my head, man. I guess I lost the hunt. So that was the first hunt that we have seen. We don't have enough awareness to solve it, really. But we changed our character stats. So we had to get our awareness like to 61% before we were able to actually get a hunt so far. I mean, it is a little bit easier to see droppings in the snow, but it seems like maybe the footprints, I don't know. I think you need to wait for the noise to happen and then sprint towards the noise, and then when it stops, just wait. That might be the better way to do it. The other thing I think is that if we are going to do like if we were going to do like a survival game situation, I think I'll reverse the melee weapons and brawling because 90% of the time I'm gonna be using a melee weapon. The off chance that you're going to use brawling is going to be for your bow punch or if you don't have a weapon at all. So you'd probably want to be able to defend yourself at that point, I would think. And then Constitution, I'd probably keep this the same. Try to get her speed up, but I need to see if I can drop this a little bit, like 20,000. The thing is that it takes a long time for endurance and running to level. Like it takes the most time for these to level. But intelligence wise, I can't really not bring camouflage. It seems to be the thing to do, especially early game. Let you kind of watch. I've gotten 5 fame though for some reason, doing something. But just thinking about it like in the survival game context, most people bring like advanced rifles or something, and if they go 5 strength, they go like advanced rifles, maybe medium melee, usually. I don't think a whole lot of people actually run advanced boxing or advanced melee, you know? So when it just comes to combat, you're starting the game. If you happen to find, like with this build, if you happen to run into somebody with 3 stats, you're going to be slightly stronger than them. You're going to be better with your hands than they are if you happen to be in a fist fight. And then you're going to be probably better or on par with melee weapons. And you'll have slightly more health. And as soon as we figure out the odds and ends of camouflage, like if they ever make camouflage work the way that the videos were in the past, I could see it being a very big deal. Where you just stand in front of a wall and you're invisible. Perfect for this, like, especially like down there in the trees or up here in the snow. Like here I could just wear white, blend in. There's also a lot less background noise. Like the snow environment is definitely the environment to level up in. It's like the harder area to level up in, sort of, food-wise. But just leveling, like walking in the snow and stuff, levels up your conditioning and endurance a little bit faster. You're gonna have access to coal, access to water. Get access to swords and stuff. You don't have as much background noise to distract you from things, like hunting. And then like stuff like this. See, my camouflage is activated. I'm just laying in this bush. In a snow environment, that's a big deal. If someone can't see me, especially if I have a gun. But I don't know if that goat spawned near there because that cabin we were just at, I know that wolves spawned behind it very frequently in the past is why I went there. And that goat spawned, so it might still be location specific. But now you have the hunting aspect of it on top of it, just making things way harder. I was talking to somebody the other day though, and I was gonna do the online server again, start it up, and see if my Australian friends wanted to play. But someone was telling me that I should try the official servers again. But before, the official servers were a bit too easy before. The other thing is I'm not planning on power leveling anything on my character, really. Where's the noise? Is activated once and never activate again? Some bullshit. We hungry out here, fellas. Wow. That sounded really far away. Southwest. Southwest. Seems like when it cuts out, if it doesn't restart, maybe you're in the area of it. South. I don't know how I'm gonna kill this thing with a knife. think when it cuts out, you're nearby, but I'm not sure. South. It might be puppet based too, because I haven't seen any puppets lately. Baba Black Sheep. Crap. Yeah, little goat, little goaty goat. Just kind of corral it into the rocks if we can. Up, it went down on the ground. It's on the ground. Here we go, boys. Yeah. You little goat. We are professional hunters now, fellas. Yeah. See, but this is where survival would come in. So we almost need like basic survival at the very beginning as well. Like we need a little bit higher survival, a little bit higher awareness. Like we need some pretty close some survival somewhere. Because like if we look at the crafting stuff, basic survival, animal skins, this backpack is a big one. That would spike us really quick. Primitive compass. Raincoat collector would be really big. These improvised boots would be really big. Even the pistol holster would be really good. Yeah, this primitive compass would be pretty nice. But yeah, this water container, I could build that right now almost. I wish they had something that you could make like a better way for thread in this game. That's like the biggest pain in the rear. Oh, you can use fishing line now. Okay, that's not as bad. Yeah, I can do a fishing line. But yeah, like this right here, I don't know how long it would take to get basic survival because you have to cut things down and stuff to do that and make a bunch of arrows. So I'd probably assume to have basic to near basic survival like right off the bat, you know? We don't have an axe. Okay, use the fire pits. Okay, so we don't have any survival right now. Now we're at 2%. Cloth strips, timber. Cloth. They should do is have meat like this attract deadlier animals. Exactly what they should do. They got rid of the cooking system. Uh, I'm not I'm not super upset about it. I mean, I get this is easier, but I still would like to be able to cook my meat around the fire. I think it was really cool. You know? Long wooden sticks or there's just long wooden sticks. Meat on a stick. Can I cook? Required utilities skewer. Decontaminate. Hello? Am I this dumb right now? I want a meat skewer, and I have meat. I would like to make meat, sir. And I can't eat it. Oh, crap. I can't eat it. Am I glitched?
Hello everyone, Casual Warlock here. Today I will show you how to cook, the easiest recipe that you can go for. Maybe you are a new player or a veteran that doesn't know how the new cooking system is working. So the skewers, meat, veggies and mixed. These are the easiest one to cook and the easiest one to actually get the ingredients for. The meat right there, I'm gonna link you down in the description, a video, my video, follow it step by step and you are gonna know how to get meat in the end, I promise. So, veggies and mushrooms. Mushrooms are pretty easy to find, and the veggies not that hard. The best way to get veggies, it's in the
I feel like it's
countryside,
gonna be a
little
box
villages,
click.
are crops all over the place, or you can go on the greenhouses. I'm gonna show you exactly how these ones are looking, and inside them you are gonna find the veggies that you need. You need to look for these specific structures right here. Let's see what's here. This one is looking like a carrot. Okay, let's see. I think we're gonna find one. Yes, let's go. And now the easiest part. You need to find mushrooms. The best way to find mushrooms, it's in the Bravo or Charlie sector. It's in the mushrooms. And part. You need to find mushrooms. The best way to find mushrooms, it's in the Bravo or Charlie sectors. We are in the Bravo sector and we need to go for the forest. It's not that hard. By the way, this one right here, it's one of the best because you can use it multiple times. Now, all you need to do is just to cut down some bushes. You don't need a skewer to actually cook meat on a skewer. I'm gonna show you. All you need is a fireplace. That means some sticks, and if you don't have rags or something else, use a tinder. It's easy to craft. I'm gonna show you. Okay, craft tinder, you just need one stick. If you don't have a lighter, just craft a fire drill. Again, some sticks. So just bushes, that's all you need. Okay, let's place it on the ground. We have a friend. A little drone. Go away. Okay. Let's fill it, and now you can't interact with the cookie menu before you are lighting up this fire. So let's light up the fire. You can see that you can go for 2 skewers. I think I'm spelling wrong the word, but doesn't matter. You know what I mean. Right? So mixed one, and now you need to fill the ingredients: the meat, the mushroom, and the veggie.
Oh. What happened to my other meat? Can I cook this fat? I mean, those are some pretty quick seconds. Then again, it's still like 10 minutes, 20 minutes just to get a piece of meat. Make a base right here in this rock. Nobody would know. Let's see if this is actually 5 minutes, because it's 2:20 right now. Yeah, it's actually faster in 20 minutes. Do 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 do. Can I? The game is having problems, game. Why can't I eat these? Hmm.
Okay, and that's all. Let's start. Try to stop it in the last second to get a well cooked like a meal. Even if you don't have all the ingredients, you can get the well cooked. If you have all the ingredients, you can get it perfect. You can see that I already eat a skewer right there, meat one. I'm getting around 100 calories, and let's try to eat this one. It's gonna be a little of misleading information right there because misleading information. Let's try to eat this one. Let's try to eat. Let's try to eat. Let's try to eat this one.
My
It's gonna
game's just
be
glitched, I guess.
a little of misleading information right there because if you eat something and you are gonna check it right away, you are gonna get like a boost of calories. And it's not the right information if you are gonna check the metabolism right after you are eating something. So let's finish this meal first and I'm gonna show you. Okay, let's see. Good. So right now you can see that I have 921 calories per hour. So around 800 just from this skewer, but it's not good. Let's just jog a little and check again. So right now you can see that I'm getting around 300 calories per hour. That's a realistic one, not the 900, okay? So keep that in mind. You will need to eat a lot more to actually get more calories per hour, not just the one skewer or two skewers. If you're gonna combine meat with veggies, it's gonna be the same thing, trust me. Test it yourself. So that's all for today, guys. If you enjoyed this kind of content, don't forget to give me a like.
Yeah, I guess my stuff's just messed up. Dang. I don't know. Maybe I need to like fresh install Scum. I don't really know what's wrong, but I've never had errors like this before. That's for sure. See, this right here was literally just, I don't know, like an hour. Official. Send a message to my friend. Was that 500,000 that we would need for max camo? Okay, I see what I did. Bum ba-dum, bum ba-dum. So the goal here is to see if we can, say, make a bow and a backpack and stuff and hit basic survival. That's going to be the goal, I think. But I'm not a big fan of first person. Or third person, I should say. I know Scum has went out of its way to make third person like a lot more fair than other games. It's still weird. Like if you want to really like the most hardcore experience you can have is in first person in this game. I think. Like driving a vehicle or like fleeing from puppets, so much more difficult. Where's the small? Now, after we figure this out, then we're going to go and check the hunting. Without any awareness, we're going to try and hunt for the first one. Just see how we can do. The reason that we want to have basic survival quicker is because right now you have to build a flag before you can even start building any of the things to level up like engineering and stuff. So I want to be able to hit the ground and start working towards I want to start working towards the basic gear that you would need to survive if you're going to be doing this for a competition or something. And I think having the backpacks, having the ability to have the bigger backpacks and stuff early, the water carrier, all of that is just drastic. But I don't think that you need to start the game with just all your stat points put into basic survival. I want to land, hit the ground, make my basic gear, and then have basic survival leveled up right there. and then I can put my other stuff into other stats. And although my awareness is lower, we just hunted a minute ago and we did okay. But when I had no awareness before, I wasn't able to find anything to hunt. And then right there, I had like 70%, 80% awareness, and I was able to find 2 goats very quickly. So it's kind of hard to say. If you need any more like awareness for this, I would lower my camouflage down and take awareness, and then just level up my camouflage the first day. And specifically, I would take camouflage into a match because I think max awareness is very powerful. But if you're not starting with camouflage maxed out, you can't trust it. You can't use camouflage for anything at that point. So you're not going to have it for the whole game, basically. Okay, so here we should be able to do... Where are we at? We're already at 90%. And then if we're going to... I don't know if we're going to craft a quiver. At least craft a bag. Just need cloth. It'd be better to kill a puppet or something first. Like, make the axe, find a puppet, kill it, get the cloth from the puppet. But, I'm alright with this. Okay, build, or, wait, I mean, craft. Did we not make any rope? Okay. Yeah, so we can make either of these. I'll just make both of them, honestly. In this situation, I think if you were going to go immediately and hunt for animals, I would go for the quiver and not even worry about the bag. But that's because if you look at... Well, let me look at this real quick. Where's the other bag at? This one. Okay. So you would need 2 hides and 2 ropes, but you would need a sewing kit. So if you wanted to build a big bag, like, you're going to have to find a sewing kit really quick, which would be fishing thread. So that's still going to be iffy. You might not be able to build this right out of the bat. But the thing is like, the harder the server settings are, like, in a normal server, like this hardcore official server or the normal server on, bags are pretty easy to find, so I wouldn't even worry about any of these stats. But if you have lower stat servers like the one that I made before where it has really low loot spawns, you can't guarantee that you're going to find a bag. They're still pretty rare. So in that case, you would want to work more on your survival skill. Or if you're going to do this and land in like a very remote part of the map, I mean, you would at least have access to this. But I don't know if we have enough cloth for all these. We might be able to. We're at 92%, so we're pretty darn close. I'm pretty sure after we make some arrows, we're going to be right at basic. That's going to be exactly where it's going to happen, I think. Which is perfect for me. 93%. Now, see, so camouflage-wise, we're at 73% camouflage, so we're looking at, 270,000 XP points, which is, probably about double the time it's going to take you to go from like 0 to medium with camouflage. But my thing is that if you start with advanced camouflage and they start with advanced awareness and y'all are both actively playing the game, then their awareness is going to get higher than yours. It should cancel out your camouflage. If your camouflage is higher than their awareness early game, then you can actually use that to your advantage. And having this at advanced early means that you're going to be able to level this up to advanced plus a lot quicker and a lot, passively while you're in the game for the most part. Like, even right now, it could be leveling it up. Where awareness just isn't going to get the same rate of return without active input. you know. So if you want to be able to trust your camouflage, you want it as high as possible early into the game. If you have no interest in camouflage, then don't even worry about it. But you can passively level it over, a few days if you want, but you're just not going to be able to, do anything while you're leveling it. And then awareness, like it's going to level up naturally over time. I mean, the person with max awareness could run right into you with if you have more camouflage here and you could just one shot them. Whereas like if you're in a gunfight and you're moving around and they see you, they're going to have the advantage because they're going to be able to hear you. But if they're that close, it might not matter so much. I don't know. Then also just being able to run around a hill or something, get out of eyesight, and then duck in a bush, and they come to chase you and they run right into you. It might be pretty nice. Okay, so we're getting up there, survival wise. But yeah, if my friends in Australia send me a message back because that EU server, I had like 180 ping or something there. I don't mind playing with those guys even if I have a higher ping, so I mean, but usually their internet connection sucks no matter where they go over here. Okay, I'll equip that, and now we have all these sticks for bows. Now this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're gonna have almost the perfect amount of sticks to go into the quiver. That's interesting. It's going to be dang near perfect. But this thing means that if we get to basic survival, I mean, by the time we hunt and kill an animal with this bow for the first time, we'd probably hit basic survival, and then we're going to get at least one hide off that animal, which means that we should be able to craft a water collector. So even if we don't get access to a bag right off the bat, that water collector is going to be pretty big. See, look at that. 12 arrows, perfect. So we have exactly one quiver, one bag, 12 arrows, a bow, a melee weapon. Everything's set. And then we have 95 survival. So as soon as we find an animal, that's going to pop off. But this means that although we probably can't use this bow, like, as far as I know, they've changed it to where you can't, I don't think you go invisible crouching anymore, which means you're not going to be able to shoot somebody with just a bow, but you would be able to just lay down. And as long as their survival, or as long as their awareness isn't fully maxed out right here at the beginning of the game, like if you're in a competition and you know where people are going to go at the very first of the game, perhaps you could go in there, max camo, get all your stuff like this, run and just go invisible on the ground, kind of camp out, and then you're slowly leveling up your camouflage as you're doing it, and you have the ability to fight someone right off the bat, potentially. The reason that we're going for 80% to advanced brawling is because, well, I mean, I think in a competition, it'd be better just to have melee in general. But I think that if your brawling is 80%, you happen to get into a melee, like a melee fight or like a brawling fist fight with somebody you don't have any weapons, that's going to give you the best chance to beat them. Most likely, nobody's going to have any skill in brawling, and you're probably not going to be in a fist fight anyway. Brawling's mainly just if you're using your bow and somebody gets in your face, you can punch them in the face and make them back off, which lets you shoot your bow, which is the big one. And then the second one is if you have no weapon at all, like your sword breaks or everything you do is just completely busted. Well, at least you have one more kind of thing in your back pocket that you could use, you know, just on the off chance that you don't have any weapon on you. And then having this at 80% to basic just means it's going to take you, about twice as long from going from zero to basic to get this to medium. And since a lot of people they'll do like the 333 builds or something, they'll go advanced rifles. They usually don't have like melee weapons stacked up, and if they do, it's usually like medium melee weapons. There's not a lot of people that tend to max out their melee weapons, it seems, early game. But this right here, it's going to allow me to kind of use the melee weapons more efficiently. I'm going to be able to get it to medium pretty quickly at the beginning of the game. And for me, most of the time, I'm either going to be using a bow or a melee weapon, so it's going to level up faster. But I think if you ever got into a melee fight with another player, the big deciding factor on who's going to win that's probably what kind of weapon that you have and how good you are at hitting people with it. I don't really think that them being advanced and you being medium, like if they have a sword and you have a spear, you should probably be able to win, you know? Just like little things like that, I think makes sense. And then if you're in PvP, you probably don't want to lead with a melee weapon anyway. Yeah, it levels up faster in the grass, it seems. My question is like, all right, so the other thing with this is that camouflage is supposed to work for players and NPCs. So this should work for puppets and or those really big monsters that are going to be in the game at some point, which I think that's going to be way more important than anything else. And then the stealth, we're going stealthier instead of driving and stuff because uh, basically all those other skills are really useful, but with stealth, I think it's going to make it a little bit easier to get around early game. All right, so we're going to go down in here and see what we can find, and then after that, we will go and hunt for an animal. Oh, crap. This is a terrible spot to be. Probably does less clothing damage, I would assume, as well. If I was going to assume. Actually, I kind of wonder if that allows you to get more stuff off of puppets if you kill them in melee, because if you don't damage the items. Hmm. Very interesting. Do, do, do. Industrial fertilizer. Cannabis seeds. Okay. Alright, let's go try to hunt some stuff. Hmm. Why would the game kill me? That's the question, pup. Why would the game kill me when I was a perfectly innocent man? Guess where we're going? Well, that's not right. That's not my character. My character's fat. It's weird that it would give me just a random secondary character there. Alrighty. We were hunting. So now we gotta hunt. We will be as quiet as possible. Need thread for all that, man. It's nuts. Bow, 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 bow. If we don't find something fairly easy, I think you have to have some level of awareness to trigger it, maybe. Guess we can see how much those mechs have upgraded. Well, they definitely sound different. Oodka. Need 2 for 100. Hit 20 times for 1,000, 200 times. Mm, 1%. It's like 8 hours with that. You're only getting 10% of our awareness from what we've did so far. I think this is the town that spawns all those animals on the outside of it. I'm stupid too. Masks, gotcha. Hmm.
Now, with Hansa,
today I want to talk about the very, very important skill, which is about the very, very important skill, which is awareness. Why is so important? Before we're using very, very good way for PvP mostly. So when you hold the right mouse button, you go in a focus mode. Especially when it's raining time, windy, storm, you technically you can reduce all the ambience around and hear you another players in the cities and other places. But now is even more important than before because you're using also for tracking the animals. So awareness is the must. I will say the medium is the must in the game. And I have some nice things to do. This awareness do this very fast. What I will suggest, if you have some small base like most of us have, wherever, just flex somewhere around. Every time when you found this safety pin box, always take it, unpacked, make a bunch of them, and that's it. Keep in the base. The most effective way, I make like 10 of them, 20 each, so give us 200 items inside. Every single item you spotted in the game and give you 5 points of the awareness. You see I already have something because I unpacking this bobby pins and I crafted, so I'm at the moment from 0 to 13%. Most effective way, if you can make 20 of them, because the limit of the items on the ground you can give you is 2050. In this 10 give us 1000. I don't doing all this 20 this is just to show up you on this video. And what we're gonna do, every time you keep in the box in your base, if you have little bit time, I'm gonna uncraft everything what you have. I'm not gonna keep you long with this. Anyway, you see, even unpacking, give me 100 points every time when I unpacking. So, if you don't wanna do what I'm gonna show later, you can just stack here, unpack, and craft a bunch of these bobby pins again and again. Okay, see you in a moment when I unpack everything. Okay, what we're gonna do now? I'm gonna use the motorbike to leave the area. Like you see, my awareness right now is 23%. Now it's time to come back. And we are on 33% now. And we will keep going like this. In this moment they give us 1000 points, so from 0 it's every time is 10%, but maximum is 20, 2000. And remember, you can take one of your friends on the bike and you're gonna level this together in the same time. Imagine if you're gonna take a car and give to this building access or somewhere in the base, go with the car outside and come back. All your squad will be leveled the same time. Let's do this one more time. %43. Now, if you are bored with this doing all the time, you finish daily training, you come, you craft again all this the pins together, put inside the box, and you're gonna start doing this again next time when you decide. Okay guys, thank you for watching. See you in the next video. I hope you enjoy. Just smash the like button.
30, 30, so I got an hour. Drive there and back each day. If I try to Sulphur, 10, 20. Bow, 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 bow. Hmm. I wish you could block and move at the same time. That's what's really annoying about it. Because I can't move backwards dodging both and then block. I have to stand still to block, which means I'm going to automatically take 2 hits. Tomahawk, tomahawk, ooh, tomahawk. Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. Come on, baby, tollywop, tell you why. Her kiss is sweeter than a cherry vine. And when she does a little rockin' dance, man, you ain't got a chance. Tomahawk, tomahawk, ooh, tomahawk, tomahawk. Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. Come on, baby, Tomahawk, tell you why. Her kiss is sweeter than a cherry pie. And when you does a little rockin' dance, man, you ain't got a chance. Tomahawk, tomahawk, ooh, tomahawk. Boo, ba-doo, ba-doo, boo. Bum, ba-dum, beer, ba-dum, beer, ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Doom doom boom boom. Doom 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 doom. Doom 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 doom. Doom doom doom. Doom doom doom. Carbon arrows. What I'm saying is, like, once the loot is a little bit too high, this is at 3, I think. It spawns too much, like, decent stuff like arrows. But if it goes too low at 2, it doesn't spawn hardly anything, so they need to fix their percentage system for server selection here. For sure.
Warhammer 40k is by this February 21st. Many Magic the Gathering players ask the question, is it worth it to buy a Phyrexia All-Will-Be-One Commander deck? Releasing roughly 3 months since the previous Brothers War Commander decks, Corrupting Influence and Rebellion Rising are the 2 new Commander decks this time, each one representing one of 2 factions at the epicenter of the war on New Phyrexia. It's the Flesh Singularity versus, well, those who do not wish to become one with the Flesh Singularity. Like its predecessors, the All Will Be One Commander decks contain a bevy of slick new card designs for the format, as well as a glistening pool of reprints to go with them, but are these decks ultimately worthy of our purchase, praise, and applause? Let us do Jin-Gitaxi's proud by dissecting them in this video, extracting what game pieces lie within, and looking at how much they really cost, checking to see if anything is actually missing, and seeing overall what they offer us in terms of gameplay, power, and strategy. All that and more are what's in store, so let's take a look. Wait a second. This isn't one of the new Commander decks. It's the Necron Dynasty's Warhammer Commander deck, now selling for nearly $100 each on the secondary market and likely never ever to be reprinted due to copyright issues. Well, I have one, so I guess I'll give it away to you. Oh, and this other Warhammer deck as well, and a bunch of other Magic the Gathering goodies that I'll be giving away on my next Whatnot stream this February 21st at 3 p.m. Pacific, and sponsor of this video. I'll also give you $15 to spend on Magic cards or Magic the Gathering packs or Magic the Gathering Commander decks or whatever you want on Whatnot. Well, I'm giving these away. I shouldn't throw them on the floor. I'll take good care of them. For you. When you use my code, whatnot.com/invite/Tolarian College to make a new account, you'll get a $15 credit to spend on anything, and there's lots of Magic the Gathering things for less than $15, or for more than $15 that then you get $15 off of. Doesn't have to be from me or my stream. Spend it however you like on whatever you like on Whatnot. Whatnot is basically just if Twitch and eBay had a baby. People who have things to sell, like Magic cards and Magic packs, can live stream themselves, well, selling them. Or giveaways, like the giveaway I'm doing, and other giveaway things too. So just go to whatnot.com/invite/Tolarian College and get $15 credit right away when you make a new account to spend on anything you want on Whatnot, and tune into my stream this February 21st, and maybe you'll get one of these or other giveaways or some other cool little surprises I have in store. Whatnot. A Phyrexia All Will Be One Commander deck contains the following. One 100-card out-of-the-box playable Commander deck, including one foil Legendary Commander and one foil Legendary Alternative Commander. A thick Display Commander card. Honestly, I miss the oversized ones, but what are you gonna do? A life wheel and cardboard deck box, 10 double-sided tokens, a strategy page and reference card, and one quote-unquote collector booster sample pack, which contains 2 cards. Price, as always, is difficult to determine due to Wizards of the Coast not having an MSRP, but big box stores do, and these are listed there for $45 each. Online marketplaces can show this as low as $40 and as high as $50. And for the purposes of this video, I will work with an assumed average price of $45, which is more or less consistent with what previous Commander decks have been. But unlike previous Commander decks, these are part of a new trend of reduction in original Commander designs. Meaning the cards that are designed just for these Commander precons, which is normally 15, has been reduced to only 10, ever since Dominaria United. In fact, this is bringing new designs on level with the number that were in those now famous Zendikar Rising and Commander Legends Commander decks. You know, the ones that were less than $20 each and still had new card designs and foils. And thus continues the trend of paying the same for less as times move forward. Actually, you're paying a lot more because, again, Commander decks are now $45 each. That is MSRP because they're sold in big box stores like Target or Walmart, and that is how much they are sold for there. Perhaps, I might say, a 33% decrease in new cards designed per deck is to give us some much needed breathing room, and perhaps those 5 card slots can instead be used to include more synergistic, higher value reprints from across the game's history. Unfortunately, looking at financial value, that doesn't add up. In fact, these appear to be some of the lowest value Commander decks ever. As of the time of recording, which is still before these decks have been released, mind you, if you were to buy each single in these deck lists, Corrupting Influence would cost you $65.18, and Rebellion Rising would cost you $78.07. And keep in mind, this price includes even 5 cent, 10 cent, 30 cent bulk cards contained within. All that bulk adds up. So let's really see what value is here by cutting out the bulk. If you were to remove all cards except those worth at least $1 each, just how much bang are you getting for your buck now? Well, that tally brings Corrupting Influence to $35.99, which is well below the MSRP, and Rebellion Rising to only $51.48. Now, to be very clear about something, because I see this come up a lot, no, you shouldn't be guaranteed when you buy a $45 product to get $200 worth of cards, and as is almost always the case, once products hit shelves and have been on shelves for a while, the prices adjust. This is actually a good thing because it means that newly designed cards go down in value and are affordable for those who maybe don't need to buy the full deck, but just need to buy the individual single, and of course that needed reprints decrease in price as well. We grab prices usually a few days before release, when they are significantly higher. But when we compare, and you can go back into my long library of previous Commander videos and compare what value were in similarly priced or even lesser priced Commander decks of the past, these, again, just aren't pulling their weight. Only 16 out of 100 cards in Corrupting Influence are worth $1 or more, with the most expensive being, ouch, the Commander, Ixhel, Scion of Atraxa, who's $3.59. Tied for the second most expensive, we have Norn's Annex and Phyrexian Swarmlord at $3.39. 19 out of 100 cards in Rebellion Rising are worth $1 or more, with this deck's most expensive card being the Welcome Sight of Flawless Maneuver at $10.12. And the two runner-ups being new white mana staple Clever Concealment at $8.98, and a cool reprint of Elspeth Tirel at $4.16. What's really interesting here is that I have noticed, perhaps just due to the popularity of Phyrexians, that Rebellion Rising is being undercut on many marketplaces, but it's actually got the better value. Something here seems wrong. These singles prices are starting to skew so low that despite the solid playability of these decks, which I'm going to get to playability in a moment, I'm not sure we'll be able to forgive these numbers. I'm speaking primarily, of course, about Corrupting Influence, which has a deflating 0 cards in it worth over $4 each. Again, in comparison, Rebellion's Rising has 3 cards that are worth more than $4 each. And I want to be clear, I have criticized Commander decks in the past for having must-have new cards that are going for like $75, which we saw in past sets. That's too far in one direction, but I believe it's fair to say that these decks are too far in the other direction. Is this because they have decreased the number of new designs? Is this because they have decreased the power of those new designs? Is this simply because you get a result such as these prices when you release so many products and deluge the player base with so much to buy that no one is buying quite as much as they used to, and things simply don't have the value that they once did? Maybe a little bit of all of those and a few more. But I don't think the Face Commander should be the most expensive card in the deck. I think it's fair to expect 1, 2, or even 3 cards to appear in a Commander Precon that retain good value due to their widespread applicability across multiple decks. That isn't asking for those $75 must-runs. But hey, maybe there aren't a lot of high-value reprints to go around when there's just so many sets needing them. So speaking from a purely financial standpoint, Corrupting Influence fails. And remember that that value is likely going to continue to plummet after these hit shelves. Rebellion Rising meets this expectation somewhat, but not greatly. And overall, value-wise, there's not much to write about home here. But financial value is not everything. One of the things I have loved about Commander Precon since my very first Is It Worth It to Buy review of them is that they allow access to the format. They allow people who don't play the game to pick up a box and shuffle up and play, no relation. And they allow existing players to get cool cards for their collections, cool new decks to build around, cool new tools, and just cool new options all around. So putting all financial value aside, how well do these decks play? Rebellion Rising is a red and white Boros deck whose strategy is built around token creatures. The goal of the deck is fierce and to the point. First, we fill our side of the battlefield with token creatures of all shapes and sizes, then boost their damage utilizing our commander's powerful Double Strike Anthem, which, alongside our armory of equipment cards, crushes our opponents on the combat step. If you're looking for a reliable game plan, you're in luck. 31 out of 100 cards in this deck are capable of producing us the token creatures we need to stay a threat throughout the course of the battle. Every single card type, from Planeswalker to Artifact to Enchantment, Instant and Sorcery, is present in this deck and capable of producing creature tokens. Athari, Sun's Glory, Gold Warden's Gambit, and Volshok Factory are 3 awesome new token-generating cards that cover our bases for steady token generation and explosive token turns. I appreciate that all 3 brand new equipment cards, Glimmerlens, Kemba's Banner, and Hexplate Wallbreaker advance our game plan naturally, as each equipment enters with a token creature alongside it, via the Formyridin ability. And while there is genuinely nothing to write home about when it comes to the mana base, all I will say is that it is a reliable one that gets the job done, while providing an occasional nice benefit to our overall strategy. And while a count of 38 lands might feel high to many players, I think it's the right call for Commander pre-constructed decks, as nothing is going to sour the experience of playing one like missing on a land drop multiple turns. I really like this deck. I like that a third of the cards cost 3 mana value or lower, guaranteeing our turn 4 commander will enter the battlefield ready to do work alongside an established board. I like going into a pre-constructed deck like this, knowing that no matter the outcome of the game may be, I'll have gotten to play my part in seriously reducing some life totals. Corrupting Influence is a white, black, and green Abzan deck whose strategy is a notorious alternate win condition: poison counters. Any opponent who accumulates 10 poison counters loses the game, and Corrupting Influence looks to give them those 10 counters through Infect, Toxic, and Proliferate. This deck is a welcome reprieve away from the typical strategies found in most Commander precons. While we will occasionally utilize combat to tack on poison counters, this deck actually supports a control and tempo game plan. Cards like Ghostly Prison, Norn's Annex, and Norn's Decree serve as useful defenses to our opponent's aggression. They pair particularly well alongside the versatile removal package available here. Great removal package, in fact, including Mortify, Putrefy, Beast Within, Swords to Plowshares, and even more great options like Cankerbloom and Culling Ritual. The staunch interaction and protection provided here also helps us take the time necessary to put 3 poison counters on each opponent, unlocking the Corrupted ability found on our commander and amongst 5 other key cards in the deck. Now, when it comes to our game-winning poison counters, there are 32 cards here dedicated to either applying or proliferating them upon our opponents. So with roughly 1/3 of the deck promoting this win condition, and the remaining deck dedicated to ramp, card draw, and protecting ourselves, Corrupting Influence is an incredibly reliable deck to play. And having played it, I can say it's a lot of fun. Deck construction is on point here. While I can make my usual complaints about mana bases, these are excellent pre-con decks. They're excellent for brand new players to pick up and shuffle up and play, and they are a lot of fun for experienced players like myself, either to play out of the box with said new players, or, as I've already started doing, upgrading or taking some of the new legendaries to build around for my own collection. I would recommend Rebellion Rising as the #1 pick for someone new to the game, but honestly, I feel the 2 decks are really tied. There isn't a clear you need to buy this one over that one here, as is sometimes the case. And in fact, some of the best games I played with these were in some pre-con practice matches, where 2 of the 4 players were on these 2 pre-cons, and the other 2 were on 2 other non-upgraded pre-cons. A great idea for if you've got friends who are returning or new to the game to just keep around in your battle box, except at $45 each, that's rather dear. So what we have is an awkward situation as far as grade is concerned. In terms of gameplay, deck construction, these are a solid A. These are great decks, price put aside. But as soon as you bring that price in and you look at value, I feel like I'd be a pushover if I gave these a D. This is the sort of problem that begins to grow as price increases, but the contents of a deck does not go along with it. At this increased price, there should be some amazing high-value reprints in there. There should at least be the typical 15 brand new for Commander designs. With a decrease in one and an absence of the other, what am I supposed to say but final conclusion? Phyrexia all will be one Commander decks are not worth it. Not at an MSRP of $45 anyway. These are fun, well-designed, all-around excellent Commander decks for new and returning players alike. But the price is just too high given the contents. Don't buy these now. In a matter of months, they will likely be selling for half of their current cost. And once that happens, yes, these will absolutely be worth it. In my old community college days, 2 equal papers worth the same amount in a class, with one getting a fail and one getting an A equals a C. So I guess that's what the grade is here. I will emphasize that if these become available for a lot less cash, they are great Commander decks. But at $45, it's just not worth it to buy. And that was a real bummer of a thing to say, especially when the decks were so much fun to play with. You know, we've seen Commander decks go for $20 each with new card designs in them, and when these Commander decks were first introduced as a product, they were $29.99 for years. Then $34.99, then $39.99, and now they're $44.95 or whatever at Target or Walmart. Why? And why tarnish the passion and effort of the deck designers by including such stingy low-value reprints and signals? I can't shake the disappointment of the most expensive card in the Poison deck being $3.59. I urge you to look around your local game store for older Commander decks that may already be marked down or at the very least have got value in them worth the price being asked, and I urge you to try and exercise some restraint. But that is of course just my evaluation, and I'd be happy to hear yours in the comments below. Do you think these decks are worth $45 each, or are you able to find them for less? Let me know. And remember, I'll be giving these much more worth it Commander decks away to someone at random in my stream on Whatnot this February 21st, and I'm giving everyone who uses my code at whatnot.com/invite/Tolarian College $15 credit for Magic cards, packs, Commander decks. Go check out the many streams that are going on right now. And remember, whether you are going to pick up one of the new pre-constructed decks or just look to get something from a past set that's a lot better value, when it is possible, when it is reasonable to do so, browse those aisles at your local game store. It's where you play this great game, and in doing so, you're supporting your Magic the Gathering community.
Next time on Shuffle Up and Play.
Today, our old favorite classic Commander decks, but they're allowed to do a little tune-up if they see fit.
My name's Lexi, otherwise known as Micro Mage, and I have brought Essex.
Hi, I'm Amy the Amazonian, and I'm playing Lord Windgrace's Dirty Litter Box.
Hello, everybody. My name is Voxy, and I have crabs.
Crucible of Worlds.
Was that a secret lair?
Oh, yeah, this is Secret Lair Amazonian. You can only get it from my house.
How do we feel about Infect happening?
My 1/1 snake is not the threat.
I really love that shirt because it implies that Garruk broke his curse by ripping his shirt off.
Show a little skin.
Hell yeah.
Arrows in your pants. Well, shoot. That was a one shot. I don't know if he headshot me or what, but I might need to lower the damage a little bit. It's about 6. So about an hour and a half, and we gotta go. I'm wanting to see what it's like once you run out of lives or whatever.